As of 2026, the average home sale price in the Peoria, Illinois area is $235,757 according to the Peoria Area Association of Realtors. And today I'm going to walk you through what happens if you buy at that price now versus what happens if you wait just 2 years. The math might surprise you. The bottom line up front, waiting just 2 years on a $235,757 home could mean foregoing over $21,000 in potential equity. Let's break that down exactly where that number comes from, because I don't want you to just take my word for it. I want you to see the math. So here's what buying today actually looks like based on current rates. Purchase price, $235,757. If you put 3% down, that's a common low down payment option, you're bringing about $7,073 to the table as a down payment with a loan amount of $228,685. At today's rate of 6.625%, your total monthly payment lands around $1,840. That includes principal and interest, homeowners insurance, and PMI, private mortgage insurance, which is required anytime you put down less than 20%. The good news is PMI isn't permanent. Once you build up to 20% equity, it drops off, and historically, appreciation alone can get a lot of buyers close to that mark within about 2 years. Now here's where it gets interesting. Over 2 years, you'd potentially build about $5,163 in principal just from making your normal monthly payments. And on top of that, if the home appreciates at a conservative 3.5% a year, which, as I'll show you in a second, is actually lower than the historical average, you could see around $16,792 in appreciation. And those together with your down payment, and that's real equity building up, even though you haven't done anything except live in the house and make your payment. I know 3.5% might sound like an assumption. I'm pulling out of thin air, so let's look at the actual history. Nationally, over the last 50 years, home prices have appreciated an average of 5.02% per year. That's Freddie Mac data. And look at this chart. Home values went up in 43 of the last 50 years. The declines you see are almost entirely clustered around the 2007 to 2011 financial crisis. Outside of that stretch, appreciation has been the norm, not the exception. At the national level, here in Illinois and locally too. This is Fannie Mae's own 5-year forecast, and even they are projecting appreciation to accelerate from under 2% in 2026 up towards 3.4% by 2030. So when I use 3.5% in this analysis, I'm actually using a number that's conservative compared to the last half century of data. If anything, this could be understating your upside. Now here's the real comparison. The one that matters. Scenario A, you buy now at $235,757, and 2 years from now you refinance once rates come down and you've built enough equity. Scenario B, you wait 2 years and buy the same home after it's appreciated to a projected $252,549. Walk through the numbers with me. In scenario A, your down payment is $7,073. You've paid down $5,163 in principal, and you've picked up $16,792 in appreciation. Add it up, that's $29,027 in total equity by 2028. In scenario B, you're just now buying. Your down payment on the higher price is $7,576. You haven't paid down any principal yet, and you haven't had time to build appreciation. Your total equity on day one is $7,000. That gap, $29,027 versus $7,576, is $21,451. That's the real cost of waiting 2 years, and that's before you even factor in 2 years of rent or a mortgage payment on a home you don't get to keep the equity from. To be clear, these are illustrative figures. Your actual rate, taxes, insurance, and closing costs will depend on your specific situation, your lender, and your credit profile. And appreciation is never guaranteed. Past performance doesn't predict the future, but what this does show is that waiting isn't free. There's a real measurable cost to sitting on the sidelines, even in a market that feels uncertain. If you want to run these numbers for your own situation, your price range, your down payment, your credit, reach out. I'm happy to put together a personalized version of this exact breakdown for you. I'm Shannon Werkel with eXp Realty here in the Peoria area, and you can find me at greaterpeorialiving.com.